We're already getting a little too early for that. Oh, the 70s was great with the machine. I mean, it was. It's Dyer. What's up, Colonel? Craig, Kevin, good evening, gents. All right, well, let's go over kind of the rundown for tonight while we're watching Shohei warm up here. Basically, we got 3 baseball and a WWE tonight. So last night to add to what's going to be some massive stacks going out this week. So we got 598, which is Bowman Chrome Hobby Logo Fractor 2020 Archives Retired. That was a little bit of a fan favorite on Sunday. 99 on Stage is Prism and Trinity 2-box. And then 600 Bowman Chrome Hobby and a 22 Bowman Chrome Light. Man, what I was talking to somebody yesterday, and so I was talking about October as a whole, as we're coming to the end of the month, and the fact that, all right, Michael, we'll do some football to start. I was talking about the fact that here in the month of October, we've not had any of the baseball releases that we normally should have. No Update Chrome, no Cosmic, no Ginter, none of that stuff has come out yet. And I got a feeling it's going to make for a very, very busy last 6 weeks of the year. I think we're going to get, my gut tells me we're going to get inundated here coming up at the end of the year. So, all right, Mike, let me grab Vivid. One through 6. Michael? What's up, Ben? It kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Because when I was kind of running the numbers, I was looking at it, I'm like, man, like, we don't have half the stuff. I mean, thankfully, Bowman Chrome is as good of a product as it is this year. That it's been kind of floating because it's the 12th is when Update is, which means we still don't have Update Chrome. Cosmic, they got the webpage up for it, but there's no drop date for when it's going to drop on the website, which normally means about a month before we get it. It is all over the place. But I got a feeling it's going to be a very busy last 6 weeks of the year. All right, Mike. Okay, let's see what we can do here, bud. Let's see what we can come up with here. That would be a lot of fun. I've got one Bo Jackson 101, but it is not leaving my collection. That is the last card that me and Abby the Break Dog pulled together. It will stay with me forever. Hey, Kevin A. Wayne. All right. What's going on, Wayne? How are you? All right, we're starting off. This is a good start, my guy. Wide receiver number 1, Jamar Chase Neon. 1 of 1. Okay, that's a good start. I'll take that good start. I will take that good start for my wide receiver. Peyton Houston, bursting with talent. Laser, 1 of 1. All right, we're in. We're in. We're starting off right here. And here we go. Jameer Dyke. Refractor Auto, Florida to 545. Jurian Dickey. Lime Green Shimmer to 8, 7 of 8. How's my audio sound to you guys? Audio sounding okay? I'm working with a new microphone tonight. Jeremiah McClellan. Color match. Light Blue Lava Auto to 10, 7 of 10. Good. How about now? Is that a little better? A little closer? Cool. Nick Anderson. Purple Laser. Auto to 7, 6 of 7. Braden Dorman. Refractor Auto, and I'm gonna toggle the settings here while we do this. Dorman Auto to 5, 5 of 5. Robert Lewis. Blue Laser Auto to 6, 5 of 6. Jackson Taylor. Purple Shimmer Auto to 7, 1 of 7. Brandon Arrington. Here, we'll do this. Brandon Arrington, Blue Refractor Auto to 6, 6 of 6. Yeah, there's got to be something, and this is probably part of the start of it. Domination 2030, DJ Lagway. Refractor Auto to 10, 1 of 10. That's going to be part of the equation there. Wow, what a catch for the first out. Okay. That's part of it, and this is probably going to be the other part of it. Uma Thurman. Entertainment Laser Auto, 1 of 1. That'll do it. That is why. Wham bam. They're doing that with a lot of the products now, even in sports, as they're putting the capability of hitting some bigger hits that are non-sports as well in it. And I'm frankly here for it. That'll do it, Mike. That will absolutely do it. All right, let's recap here. Let's recap here. All right. So, Jamar Chase, Neon, 101. Peyton Houston, Bursting with Talent, 101. Jameer Dyke, auto to 5. Jurian Dickey, auto to 8. Jeremiah McClellan, auto to 10. Nick Anderson, auto to 7. Braden Dorman, auto to 5. Robert Lewis, auto to 6. Jackson Taylor, auto to 7. Brandon Arrington, auto to 6. DJ Lagway, Domination 2030, auto to 10. Uma Thurman, Entertainment, 1 of 1, laser auto. Boom. Boom, boom, and boom. It works across the board. Not bad, Michael. Not bad, bud. So that was a nice little start for the evening. I'm going to work with this and maybe take this to the smaller setting. They're going quiet so far. Watch this. I'm going to take the stand and go shorter with it and see if that works. I have a fan blowing on me because the light's in here. I'm also rotating the mic a little bit. But I do have a fan hitting my general direction. Yeah. Because I've got LED lights above to try to keep things moving, to keep things lit. But it does make it a little hot in here, not going to lie. No, that's fine. I'm nitpicky about it because I like putting on a good... I like it so you guys can... so it gives a good quality to you guys. So we're going to fix this. I'd rather have good quality audio. It's got a pop filter built into it, but I will play with it over time. I just didn't like the last one. I've had the last one for a couple of years. I figured it was time to upgrade. And this is Shure. I did a lot with Shure in college. Shure mics in college. All right. Whew. So we got 23 left. So Leaf. Yep. It's all about the space around you. So, I mean, I could put a little bit of soundproofing behind me, but I mean, I'm in my own room here, so there's not a lot going around. My mixer's telling me it's not really picking up a lot of, it's not really picking up a lot of the, it's not picking up a lot of the other, try that. Boom. Perfect. Yeah, play with a little bit of the Play with a little bit of this here. All right, cool. So we got 23 Prism, 23 left in Prism and Trinity tonight. And then we got the other two we can work at as we go along. I was going to say Toronto threatening, but that's a lie now, as they got out of the inning. Ohtani out of the inning. And he's going to lead off the bottom of the first here. All right. So what is everybody up to? I'm assuming everybody's watching the game for the most part. All right. Should have it here. Where is it? It's all quiet in here so far. It was a busy day today. Hey, Garrett, what's going on? How are you? Okay, we got a spot. Minimize that out. So anything tonight, we rip tonight? Yeah, I was saying that straight out of the gate. Like 3 a.m. Eastern time, that thing ends. It was wild. I said it in Discord earlier today. I said that Mrs. Zebra always says that every game goes into overtime and all that. And I said, well, for my purposes, when she's there, yeah. But man, that was you can't if you went to that game last night, you can't say you didn't get your money's worth. Full stop. Full stop. I didn't even think about that. They didn't sell beer longer than they sold beer. That's actually a pretty wild thing to think about when you think about it. What's up, Tambo? Bieber pitching a little tentative here to Ohtani. Go 3-0 here. So anything we rip tonight will get added into stacks for this week. Stuff's already in sorting from the weekend. So that way it'll go out this weekend. I think we got a pretty decent list already of, I think, how many we're at here for this week. Shipping sheet loaded up here. Let's see. Yeah, we're closing in on 50 stacks going out this week already. So the heavier we make them, the better. I was starting to put boxes together, starting to do a little pre-work this evening before the stream, so that way we had stuff. So that way a little easier to get stuff together. So that way we can get it out on time this weekend, and then we start football on Friday at Bowman Chrome U. I know a bunch of people have been kind of going after it. Got 2-box jumbo, and then a 2 hobby, 1 breakers random team for Bowman Chrome U. Shohei on. Mookie at the plate. Get a tweet out here. Garrett's in for Prism and Trinity. Mike's in for 4 to get us to 18. And I'm going to get a post out myself here. Post while we're at this, while Mookie's at the plate. Dan's in to get us to 17. Tweets rolling here. Hey, Dan, what's going on? All right. Let's see here. What's up, Furman? All right. Do this real quick here. 1 and 2. Hey now. How are you? How was the training seminar today? All right. Get that down. So we're down to 17. While I get the proverbial tweet started here. Quesada grabbing Washington, USC, UCLA in Bowman Chrome. Bowman Chrome's good. I like, just a personal taste, I like Bowman's best better. But checklist looks good this year. It's going to be some fun. You missed it on Sunday night, Furtman. Um, uh, I kept saying because we have Trojan collectibles. I kept saying Trojan, and everyone went there, and I was like, you can't come up with something that I ain't said because my high school mascot was a Trojan. When I was in high school, it's like you can't really say anything about that I haven't already said in my lifetime. uh, uh, I got nothing against South Carolina. I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, Colt? I got nothing against South Carolina at all, South Kakalaki. My grandparents and all that are from West Virginia, so. And then I grew up in Indiana, so I've gotten the Hoosier comments the majority of my life. Gotten the proverbial Hoosier comments for the majority of my lifetime. All right. Got the proverbial posts out. Let's get 17. And then light shine through. Boom. Boom. Right. Can't believe we're doing break number 600. Insane. Insane to realize we've actually done 600 breaks this year. Hard to believe. Hard to believe in the grand scheme of things. Right. Click, click, boom. Get this done. All right. Boom. So is anybody watching anything other than the World Series tonight? I guess that's the real question. We got hockey tonight. I think like Thursday, every team in the league is playing, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, seriously? Then okay, well. Now say, is it tonight? Is it tonight or Thursday that every team in the league is playing? Okay. Okay. Which means I probably could try to pull down a blues stream at some point, but after last night or Sunday night, I think they're going to get their rears handed to them. Mighty Ducks 2, great movie. Great movie. Y'all never seen my Knuckle Puck? Good movie. I think I actually have that on my Plex server. I think I have 1 and 2. I don't think I have D3 though. D3 just didn't hit the mark for me like D1 and D2 did. Like I get the high school thing. It just didn't do it for me. Tiny 1 pitch, 1 out. Oh, Blues actually just scored. 47 seconds in against Detroit, 1-0. I got to start getting into it. I'm going to the Blues game next weekend. Who are they playing next weekend? Maybe my first Blues game since before the pandemic, when I could actually watch them. Let's see. Ooh, the Kraken. Okay. They're going to play the Kraken. I'm down for that next Saturday on the 8th. Take that. Yeah, before the pandemic, man, when I actually had access to watch the Blues, I watched them. I watched them religiously. It was destination TV for me. But now they've made it so hard to watch that I just yeah yeah. All right. So we're down to 17. Let's see here. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Man, Shohei working efficiently here in the second. They're going to need him to go 6 minimum tonight, given the load that the bullpen just took last night in the game. They are going to need them big time. They're going to need him to go long tonight to have the ability to give him a little bit of a break. If they can go to Toronto 3-1, it may be a short stay in Toronto. Anson, Garrettson, we're halfway there. We're 15. See a light shine through. All right. What other topics are going on in the world of note today? Let's see. See what else is going on of note in the world. What's going on in everybody else's world? Talk to me. Here's something I was having a conversation with somebody else about something yesterday. Does anybody actually do trick or treating on Halloween night anymore? Is that still a thing in some places? I know a bunch of people, like a couple buddies of mine, said that they were doing trunk or treat, and it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they do it here where I live Friday night. It'll be like 5 to 6:30, or maybe 5 to 7, so 6 to 8 Eastern. So like right before I start streaming, we'll have it, I think. But it seems like people are moving it back. What's up, Guy Armstrong? How you doing, Guy? Three trick or treats back to the first weekend of October. Woo! That is a lot. That is a lot. So yeah, a lot of people doing the trunk or treat option. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know either. Didn't make sense to me, to be truthfully honest with you. I'm doing good. Keeps the dentist busy. That's a fact. Doing good. We had a good week last week. Destroyed some basketball. Gonna hopefully rip some baseball, a little wrestling tonight. Bowman Chrome U football on Friday. Yeah, I've got football cards. Oh, full-size candy bars. Look at you, big spender. Full-size candy bars. What's up, John? Full-size candy bars. Big spender. Mike's in. Pinkston's in. Yeah, we got candy. We also got like light up sticks, like battery powered little light up sticks, kind of like glow sticks. You'll be bidding just for the candy. Bidding just for the candy. I like it. And then we got I got the new Trick or Treat football cards. I was hoping we would get Pokemon this year for that because we did it last year and they never released them, unfortunately. I'm not exactly too thrilled about that, if I'm being honest with you. Like, that's a big lost opportunity. All right. Not yet. It's coming. We'll get it probably late next month, I think. Or they just gave me a new release calendar, Mr. Bag. Let me see what the date on it is. Updated release calendar. December 12th. Make a note here. Note for this. Yeah. Yeah, Halloween was good. Hey, Jeremy. Love you too, buddy. How are you? All right. Set that right there. Note. What's up, Nick? I'm doing good, bud. Just one day at a time, man. It's been a month. I'll give you a call on Thursday. I got some free time on Thursday. I'll give you a buzz. We'll catch up. Because I saw Warriors coming back, so I figured you're going to be involved in that. Yeah, I'm doing good, Nick. Hi, Amber. But yeah, I'll give you a buzz on Thursday. We'll catch up on Thursday. Boom. Boom. Chaz Michael Michaels is figure skating. Boom. So we're down to 12 on Prism and Trinity. So while we're in here a little bit, while we're filling, guys, give you a heads up. So we got charity stuff across the board here for the rest of the week, for the next couple of days. So we got Ninja Squirrel up on tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern, with his Pink Parallel auction, kicking everything off. And then Thursday, Ben's got his charity break starting in the afternoon. Baseball, football, bids are open for it. I know he put it out in Discord, but if you haven't seen it, bids are open for that. And then he'll raid in at 7 o'clock into Ryan for the Wise Community Clubhouse District for his stuff for charity. Big, and I got to say it while I'm here, and I tweeted it out earlier today. Big shout out to Leaf. I think I said it a few weeks ago. Leaf sent a very generous donation of stuff. It was a heavy package that I shipped up to Ben. They're very generous in terms of what they gave for the Wise Community Clubhouse for this year, for the charity stream for them. So thank you to Leaf, to Josh Bankow and the rest of the crew. Guys, thank you very much. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Ben, on behalf of Ryan and the Wise Community Clubhouse, thank you very much for that. It's greatly appreciated. So I'll be tuning in for that. Hope you guys will as well. As the Dodgers are threatening. Oh, okay, and Kike Hernandez at the plate. That makes sense. Kike gotta avoid hitting into a double play, but Kike has been batting very well. Almost 290 in the postseason this year. And speak of, that's gonna drive foul ball. I was gonna say that almost was gonna drive in at least one run. Right. What's going on, Michael Westphal? How are you? Oh, is that gone? Nope, he's got it. But that'll still score one run. So the Dodgers are going to take the lead here in the second, 1-0. Okay. Muncy gets through on the sac fly. What's going on, Ghost Birds? One with James? Are they pulling Ohtani already? Or not Ohtani? It's the Dodgers at the plate. Bieber's only 35 pitches in. Let him go. He knows what he's doing. What's up, Ambeats? How are you? How's things? I can understand that. That was a good chunk of the early part of the day for me today. I'm doing all right. Very productive day today. Got some things done. Got some paperwork stuff done. Got the last of the... wait a minute. Nope, he's got it. To end the second. So only one run. Got the last stuff for Abby the Break Dog submitted into health insurance for reimbursement. So that kind of takes care of the last of Abby the Break Dog's affairs. And then got some editing done. Got some stuff done here at the house. It was kind of an all-encompassing day. Pretty productive day for the most part today. Workout at the gym. Just a little bit of everything today. Stuff posted for Friday. So that way we have stuff to start with for Friday. Just to curl a little bit of everything across the board. Not going to lie. So, a lot of things moving. Right. Let's go. So we're down to 12 on Prism and Trinity. Tell you what I'll do while we're here. I'll make use of the time. I'll prep my PSA submission while we're filling. Do that while we're at it. Where are they? While we're filling. What's up, Everson? What's up, UM? Mark? Here we go. Arc's in. Yeah, I'll work on that because I need to get that sent out in the next couple of days. So we'll prep my PSA submission while we're talking here. Don't need to just sit here idle. Don't need to sit here idle. We can work. There's always things to be done. Wayne's in. Wayne, you'll like a lot of what I'm sending in on this submission. It's a wrestling heavy submission. It's a wrestling heavy submission. And then no one tell Michael Allsworth I'm sending in my Bo Jackson 101 too. Don't remind me about football. My team's absolute trash. Bengals have got major issues. Major issues. Major issues. There we go. All right. Anybody get anything back from PSA recently? Anything good? I haven't sent in. It's been a few months since I've sent in to PSA, to be honest with you. Their grading's been getting a lot more suspect. But stuff needs to be sent in, so we make it work. Make it work. So who you sent to, Michael? Huh. Nope. So who do you send into if you stopped using them, Mike? Never heard of AGS. I have never heard of them. I was talking to someone earlier today about this, actually. And because he's pretty good at it, and they were just handing him 8s across the board on a bunch of stuff. Yeah, actually, I'll take a look. I'll take a look over at it. I just wish that there was something that was a strong comparison, because, like, my only issue is if I'm going to spend the money to grade, I want max value. I want max value for it. And there's nothing that compares to PSA, unfortunately. There's nothing that compares to it. I wish there was. And just seems like I just wish there was a little more transparency from PSA in terms of how they handle things. Because even I can say that, thank you very much. It is the only black color blast I've got for me. It completes my case hit collection for Panini. It's the last one I need. I have my downtown. I have the regular color blast. I have a color wheel and a Kaboom. Yeah. Yeah, it is a catch-22 because I did a lot of that with CSG or CGC before they went to the CGC thing. And even that, like, my thing was I had, and I kid you not, and it's wild to say this given that we have Shohei in the World Series. I had a Shohei Ohtani Prism rookie, CGC 10, and even at the National, nobody would touch it because it was in CGC slab. Even Shohei, no one would touch it. No one wanted, because I was looking to get rid of it just because I had one already in my collection. So I was looking to get rid of it, and no one wanted to even entertain it because it was a CG sleeve. And there's a 2-run homer by Vlad. Toronto takes the lead. Okay. Yeah, I ended up moving it. Like, I ended up getting to someone. I ended up getting it moved, which was good. Jay's up 2-1, 395 feet. But yeah, I couldn't sell a Shohei Ohtani Prism rookie solely because it was in a CGC slab. It just made no sense to me. So we got 10 left in Prism and Trinity. Yeah, there's no way out of the pack of cards of 5. I'm sorry. That I can tell you I agree with you on. Like, and they even say it. It's even in their terms when they talk about it. They say the expectation is when a card comes out of a pack, it's PSA 8. And if it's PSA 8, then what happened to it to drop it all the way to a 5? Like, that's the real question. Or is it what I think it is somebody messed it up, like they dropped it or damaged it somehow to make it a 5. You know what I mean? Yeah, that just shows the inconsistency issues. What's up, iWinland? Well, and the thing is this is I would love, like, if I just knew what was going on and knew what I could fix or what they're looking at, like, the transparency thing for me is the bigger key, is the bigger issue. That's what I need. That's the bigger thing for me is I need the transparency. I want to know why they're scoring, what they're scoring, and not just in grader notes that are really incomplete, that are 2 sentences long. I need more than that. And I want it for the lower services. I think they owe it to us. Hey, Casey. That's nice. It's just they need to stick with it and figure out a way to try to compete against like a PSA and actually to where the cards carry value. Like even Beckett's dropped off. Even Beckett's dropped off in the past couple of years. Like it seemed that there was an opportunity there, especially coming out of the pandemic, and they just didn't take advantage of it. Yeah, they just need to, and AI is not perfect, AI is not perfect, but AI can be very inconsistent. But as long as there's transparency with it to where they can realize if something's wrong. Right. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. If it's the computer giving the grade, not the human. I can live with that. I can live with that, for being honest. I can live with that. As Shohei leads off here in the third. All right. Lighting there. That's fine. I just work around it, to be honest with you. I just work around it. Just work around, especially with these ones like Immaculate, where it's a paper and not, there's a little bit, there's foil and not chrome. You know what I mean? Mike closing us out. All right, Mike. Yes, I can. All right, so we're giving away 10 spots. Hold on. We'll come back to this. I can do 10 giveaways. Here, let me do this. Let me post a Discord post too, and we'll post a Discord post. We'll get some people in here, and we'll start this up. Here, let me put something else up here real quick. Let me do the giveaways first. Hold on. Let me do the giveaways. C plus. So this was 25599. Get a picture in here. A sec here. Let me get a picture. Yeah, thank you. Give me a moment. Where are they? I'll use this just because. Okay, gotta get this to do up. Gotta get this done right here. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. I got that. Let me get my sheet up here for 9-9. The only thing I'll ask, and we did this the last time, is if you win a spot in the giveaway, grab a spot. Grab a spot in the next one. Let me do that first. Let me put one on stage here. So the next one is going to be Bowman Chrome Hobby and 22 Light would be the next one. So if you win a spot, grab a spot. All right, here we go. We'll run them all through here. If you are on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, come on over to zebrabreaks.com. Cali Crew, what's going on? Come on over to zebrabreaks.com. That's where we're doing the giveaways for the spots here. 3. So spot number 1 is going to Joe McGee. All right, congrats, Joe. There's spot number 2. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. And then guys, make sure you join Michael's stream Friday. Hey Max. We continue our daily content. 20 seconds left in the giveaway number 2. Give 9-9. 9-9. Anybody watch Brooklyn 9-9? This one's going to spot number 2. Jared. Okay. What's up, Luis? Start giveaway. So if you win a spot and feel inclined to buy a spot in return, 600 is on stage. So Ben. I'll pull the spot list while we're at it. So after we do these, we can go right into the We can go right into the random. Right, 2, 1, and done. Spot 3 is going to decrease him. Here's spot 4. Send the notification. We'll get everybody in here that's not in here. And hey, Kevin. Guys, we're going to rip 599 here in a couple minutes. Thanks to Michael Allsworth. He bought 10 spots and said give them away. So we're running the giveaways one after another. The only thing I ask is pay it forward. If you win a spot, grab a spot if you feel inclined to do so. Abby. Okay. For Abby won spot 4. Here's spot 5. Get your entries in. Okay. Jerry got his spot for Hobby Logo Fractor. That one's going to be a good one. That one's going to be a good one. Shohei working efficiently here. We're in the 4th, and he's just under 48 pitches. He's worked pretty efficiently tonight. Right. Joe McGee. Uh-oh. Brunson going off in the 2nd. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, here's 6. What's up, quote 455, Kathy? Shohei striking out again. 2 away. 2 away. What's up, corner? 20 seconds left in this one. And I'll have everything ready to go. So, wow. Okay. Garrett. Garrett won 6. Here's 7. Ew, they're chasing. That sweeper from Ohtani is nasty. Just keeps running to the outside. Yes. Yeah, Amber, thank you for reminding me that. I got a message. Yes, I did not do that. Thank you. Let me write that down. Hold on. My apologies. Got it. All right, I'll get that done here tonight. Ever seen it, Casey? So who won that one? All right, Jared. Jared won spot 7. Here's spot 8. No, it's just I'm gonna have to message you, all 3 of you, on Discord, because the 3 of you will need to come to a consensus as to what to do. Whether if somebody wants to buy out the other 2, or we sell it and split it 3 ways, or if everybody's feeling froggy and we want to random it off and one person gets it, like, that's going to need to be a group decision, though. Yep, especially for something like that. Got to make sure everybody's in on the decision process there. Right. So spot 8 in the giveaway is going to Ben. Ben Barry. Here's spot 9. Everybody can get in on this. If you're here in the stream on District, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, come on over to zebrabreaks.com. You can enter yourself. There's no thing. There's no requirements with this. We just ask that if you feel inclined to pay it forward and grab a spot for yourself for one of the other breaks, please do so. $20 seconds left for spot 9. More spots, better chances. Correctamundo. All right, spot 9. It's going to Joe McGee. And here's spot number 10. Here's spot 10. Got almost 30 in here. 30 in here and only 18 entries. One of your spots to Amber. Done. Okay. Like it. All right. So, Amber, you're going to get that spot. It's a great, nice gesture of you, Joe. Very nice gesture. And fly out to... And here is the last spot, spot 10, and then we'll do the random. Dan Crasium. All right. There we go. Congrats to everybody. Here we go. Let's do this. Roll the dice. Five times. 1, Let's roll teams. Hey, Andrew. Ten times. Okay. All right, take a look at this. Jared, Philly. Pinkston, Pittsburgh. Garrett, San Diego. Dan, Mets. Mike Allsworth, Miami. Garrett, Colorado. Mike, Washington. Steve Rizzo, Baltimore. McGee, Toronto. Amber, Cardinals. Benberry, Yankees. Mark, Kansas City. Abby, Seattle. Furtman, Atlanta. Michael Allsworth, Houston. Andrew Moore, Giants. Philly Mike, Dodgers. Ant Beats, Angels. Garrett, Boston. Dan, Cubs. Michael Allsworth, White Sox. Dan, Reds. Wayne, Minnesota. Furtman, Arizona. Mr. Bag, Athletics. Philly Mike, Detroit. Andrew Moore, Milwaukee. Joe McGee, Tampa. Jared, Cleveland. Jason Gilliam, Texas. Trade window is open. Andrew, Padres, Rockies, Boston for Milwaukee. White Sox, Miami Astros available. Pinkston or the Pirates available. Phillies available. Hey, Greg, how are you? Angels available for the right team. Tommy Edman getting on. So this is Prism and Trinity. Rays and Jays available. Jared, Phillies for Rays. It's in. So Jared, Phillies for Rays. Hey, Casey. All right. Angels for Boston. And then hold on, Mike. Pinkston's looking at teams. Pinkston, he has... Where is he? Miami, Washington, Houston, White Sox. But I think he was saying that the White Sox, Miami, and Houston would be your options. Brewers for Red Sox. All right, Brewers for Red Sox. Okay, there's Garrett. If I had my choice out of those, Houston. What do you guys think? All right, so Dan's offering his too to make this work. So Dan's got the Mets, Cubs, and Reds. In that case, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Mets or Reds at that point. Dan, you can tell me how this would work on your end, how we make this work. So how about this? Who's got Pittsburgh? So Pinkston. Okay, so then. Okay, so if we're going to do this, so Pirates for Michael. So let's do this. We'll do Pirates in Houston. Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you, Michael Ellsworth? Pirates Houston. So Pirates Houston. Hold on. All right, and then so then we do Houston for one of Dan's teams. Dan, which one? Houston for what? Houston Reds? Reds are fine. Okay, so we're going to do Houston and Reds. So Pinkston, you got the Reds. Dan, that was very nice of you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. You didn't have to do that. I know they've said I'll say it too. I appreciate you. All right, last call for any trades on this, guys. Going once. Going twice. Let's rip. Bring you guys back. So this is 599. Now here we go. There's our list. Let's go. All right. Let's get ripping with our Midwest box breaks. Cutter. Yeah, we'll save Trinity for the end there. Yeah. He's only at 68 pitches, Nick. Yes, he is. I'm glad I held on to the rookies of his that I did keep. I've got a few. I got a few rookies of his to hold on to. What do you got the over-under on the number of Ks, Beverson? 5.5. There's strike one there. Speaker, Thomas White, Lawler, Saberhagen, Arrieta, Torre, Edwin Encarnacion, Pulsar to 499, 173 of 499, Toronto, Joe McGee. Ooh, that's a lot of Otanis, Ben. Elson Howard, Red Wave. Skeens Fireworks, Reggie, Ben Hess, Jonathan, DeVries, Hudson, Yount, Campanella, Chorio, Carter Jensen, Drew Beam, Orange Wave to 49, 44-49, Kansas City, Mark. That's cool that they're doing the watch along at Rogers Center at the Sky Dome. That's great. Bazana Silver, Tibbs, Dinger, San Francisco, Lamavita, Holton, and Michael Young. That's a lot of Otanis, Ben. I eventually need to add an Otani auto to my collection. I know it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to do so. But I do need to add an Otani auto eventually. Hey, John. Arroyo, Porter, Joswar, Sosa, Ty Cobb, Ching-Sen Ko, James Triantos to 149, 130 to 149, Cubs, Dan, Victor Hurtado, Sensational Signatures Auto, Washington, Michael Allsworth. That's Karma. All right. Bubba Chandler, Talisman. Naylor, Sasaki, Zach Veen, Prince Fielder, Bench, Cruz, Adam Jones, Painter, Mattingly, Boston Bateman, red to 299, 222 at 299, San Diego. Garrett. Yeah, that was a no-doubter on that one for Vlad. Clemente Silver for Pittsburgh for Michael Allsworth. Dion, Prismatic, Wieters, Kendall George, and Griffey Sr. Carson Williams, Montez, Sloan, DiMaggio, Glavin, Brady Ebel. Witt Jr. color match blue to 199. 75 of 199. KC. Mark. There we go. We like him in this group. Rosario, Red Wave for Texas. Tommy White, Dingers blue to 99. 55 and 99. Athletics, Mr. Bag. Ventura, Lauder, rookie. Hauk, Mizorowski, Rogers Hornsby, Arrighetti, Monty Irvin, Ripken, Clemente Pulsar to 499, 345 of 499 for Pittsburgh for Michael Allsworth. Followed by a Connor Griffin silver. Hassan Kim, rookie Fireworks, Matthews, Santiago, and Leah DeRocher. Put us there. Namala, Trey Morgan, Griffo Farrell. Ooh, we got Cherry Blossom Parallel. I think that's to 20 coming up. Morales, Harrington, K-Line, Jack Morris to 499, 461 of 499. Toronto, Joe McGee, Zaire Hope. That's a good one to get. Zaire Hope, Cherry Blossom to 20, 420. Dodgers, Philly Mike. Yeah, he is. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of good things about him. Sasaki Dingers, Buster, Kurtz, Shields, Walker, Dylan Cruz rookie, Payne, Big Poppy, Caminetti, Hank Greenberg, Robin Yount, red checkerboard to 99, 499, Milwaukee Garrett. Chase Burns, silver. Colson Talisman, Dreeling. Chase Young, rookie. Nolan Ryan. All right. Ozzie Smith, Drysdale, Francona, Sprout, Kyle Teal, Sandberg, Aaron Escobar, Pulsar to 499, 135 of 499 for Philly for Jared. Harry Ford, Sensational Signatures auto, Seattle, Abby. It's a nice one to have. The ALCS contenders. Bazana Prismatic, DePaula, Dion, Seaver King, Cliff Lee, Kaba, Chase Laviolette, Tommy Troy, Lombard, Killebrew, Hideki Matsui, red to 299, 67 to 299. Yankees. Ben Barry as Shohei is in the on-deck circle. Vance Honeycutt, silver. Christian Moore, fireworks. Aroyd, Clemente, Vance Honeycutt. Last two packs here. High Ace, Pop Fly. One away to bring Shohei to the plate. Luke Dickerson, Ryan Clifford, Bagwell, Canseco, Brock Wilkin. Oh, we got a blue auto. We'll save that. Tommy White, Green Scopes to 75, 68 to 75, Athletics, Mr. Bag. Waldschmidt, Red Wave, Vlad Sr. Dingers. Austin Wells, Paez, Tibbs, Hassan Kim rookie, Bazana, Chase Burns, Cortez, Braden Burke, Juan Valera, blue to 199, 54 199, Boston, Andrew Moore. Sanford Silver, Made Talisman, Bob Gibson, Herson Waldrop, Alejandro Rosario. And behind Brock Wilkin, our auto is going to be, look at that, Johnny Bench. Legendary auto, blue to 49, 26 of 49. Cincinnati Reds, Pinkston. Congrats, Pinkston. Very nice. Can't go wrong with the Johnny Bench auto. Can never go wrong with a Johnny Bench auto. Not here in this house, not on this stream. All right. All right. Let's see if we can make a little more magic here. Oh, Bieber struck out Ohtani. All right, here we go. Bonus auto, Daniel Cuvette. Acetate auto to 25, 18 of 25. And I'm just going to confirm. All right, so we'll random Cuvée off here at the end. Basalo to 3, 2 of 3. That is San Francisco. Or no, Baltimore. I'm sorry, Baltimore. Basalo is Baltimore. Baltimore, Steve Rizzo. 55s here. Hold on. Okay. What's up, Texas Fireman? All right. Alejandro Rosario, Steel auto to 15, 9 of 15. Rosario is Texas. Texas is Jason Gilliam. Alfredo Sena. Auto to 99, 99, and 99. Correct me, I don't think I'm going to be wrong on this one. I think this one is Cincinnati Reds as well. Hey, Steve. Sena is... Nope. Braves. Atlanta Braves. Furtman. Atlanta. Alejandro Osuna. Auto to 10. 3 of 10. Osuna is Texas. Texas, Jason Gilliam. Texas hitting twice here. Ooh. Got here. Nice. Bryce Rainier. 2-color. Patch auto to 25. 3 of 25. Detroit. Detroit, Philly Mike. That's fun. What's up, Father Breaks? All right, and then the last up to close this out. Wow. Bazana, Chourio. Dual auto to 10. 4 of 10. Ah, we did it again. We did it again. So Bazana is going to be Cleveland. Cleveland is Jared. And then I think Jason Chourio is Cleveland too. Yep, Cleveland. So this is going to Jared Adamczyk with the Cleveland spot. Wham, bam, bam. Well done. Well done. Very well done. All right, let's recap. We got a lot here. Valera to 199. Tommy White to 75. Matsui to 299. Escobar to 499. Robin Yount to 99. Jack Morris to 499. Clemente to 499. Tommy White Dingers to 99. Witt to 199. Boston Bateman to 299. Triantes to 149. Drew Beam to 49. Edwin Encarnacion to 499. Zaire Hope Cherry Blossom to 20. Victor Hurtado auto. Harry Ford auto. Johnny Bench auto to 49. We got to do the random on Cuvée. Daniel Cuvée auto to 25. Bryce Rainier 2-color patch auto to 20 to 25. Alejandro Ozuna auto to 10. It's not 2 boxes of Trinity. It's only one, Dan. It's a 2-box random, 1 and 1. Sena auto to 99. Rosario auto to 15. Basallo to 3. Bazana Chorio dual auto to 10. Well done. Well done, Dan. Let's do the random on Cuvée here. Give me a sec. Top spot's going to get it. 10 times. All right, here we go. Good luck. Amber. Amber with the Daniel Cuvée auto. The Cuvée auto to 25. Good break. Very good break. Very good break. Dude, Trinity continues to impress, man. Big hits. Big autos. For guys that we want. So we got 21 left in Bowman Chrome and Bowman Chrome Light 2022 on the light. And then we have 23 left. You know what? I'll put this one up. This is probably going to be the lucrative more of the two. So there's Bowman Chrome Hobby, Logo Fractor, and a 2020 Archives Retired. I know people like the Archives Retired. The checklist on that one is just wild. On 2020. Hank Aaron even has autos in that one. What's up, Ryan? Fitz, how you doing? Welcome in. Happy to have you. I'll top load these, and this will be ready for sorting tomorrow. All right. Boom. Bangarang. Let's go. What are we doing next? Wayne's in. Guys, make sure you check out Ninja's Pink Parallel Auction Wednesday, tomorrow night at 7. And then Ben Thursday afternoon for his charity breaks to raid into the Wise Community Clubhouse charity auction stream. All right. I will pick up where I left off with my PSA prep while we're at it. Amber. Congrats on the Cuvée auto, Amber. So we got 21 left and 21 here. We can do this. Hey, Dan. All right. And then, guys, make sure you check out Michael Allsworth's stream on Friday before me. We'll go from him, and we'll raid right into me on Friday. That was a very nice gesture. One of the many reasons why I love this community. One of the many reasons why. Leadoff single. Let's do more of my PSA prep while we're doing this. If we pulled a Hank Aaron auto out of that 2020, that would be a monster hit. It would be a monster. Nice catch by Varsho there on the run. All right. Who's watching something other than baseball right now? You still watching the Flyers game? Flyers game still on, Joe? Bit of marks on this one. A little bit of surface. Oh, nice. Winning the shootout. Can't argue against that. Sixers win in OT, so it's an OT kind of night for you tonight. It's an OT kind of night for you tonight. There's a base hit. Dodgers are Mr. Frederick Freeman moving up. Can't argue against that, Joe. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. And here, Bieber is out. Pitching change. Pitching change. Joe's grabbing the Roman spot in finest. Just chasing all the big stuff. What's the score on that, Amber? Especially as I'm cleaning my Giannis here. So, all right, that's a positive thing. 89, 88 bucks. So, I can tell you. Hold on. So, this one, the Let's Go I got from Philly Mike. I pulled it in a Chrome basketball break. We did. Let's see. I pulled that out of a box of undercard. I pulled that out of a box of undercard as well. That one was a rack to me from Michael Kramer. We pulled it as a redemption from Chrome, and he racked it and just gave it to me. That I pulled it at the shop on release day of Finest and did a deal with the guy I pulled it for. That was an eBay buy. This was a deal I did with the shop. And then the 3 Immaculates were from a box of a case. I'm sorry, not a box, a case of 23 Immaculate WWE that I got as a birthday present. I'm being a little more judicious nowadays. So they're in a semi-rigid sleeve, which is what they have to go in for grading. So I always have a box of them here to go in for grading. This is what they have to go in to go to PSA. Oh, they're perfect fit sleeves from a company out of Canada. I can send you the link for them, Mike. But I order about once a year from them. I order a big bulk order, and then get them sent out to me. The perfect fits. It's what I use for mags, for brake kits and stuff like that. The perfect fit sleeves. They are called Superior Fit Innovations. Superior Fit Innovations. And then they also made the little cover that I put over the cards as well to protect them instead of just a penny sleeve. They also, that's a proprietary thing for them. They made that. They came up with that for cards, for ones in mags. So we got 21 left, guys, for Bowman Chrome 2020 Archives Retired and a Logo Fractor. But yeah, I can send you the link for them. I like them. I swear by them. It's what I use for all of my stuff, and then I use it for our brake stuff too, for mag brake kits and all that. So they are worth the investment. I want to take care of my stuff, and I try to take care of your guys' stuff, especially with the mags and all that, if it was my own. All right. It's hard to work around a sticker, not going to lie. Hard to work around a sticker. All right, and these are ready to go. Those are ready to go. I think I got a couple coming in tomorrow too, actually. All right, what do we got to do? All right, I didn't do this. I offered it on Sunday, I think. If we clean out the shop tonight, I'll give away a box. Give away a Leaf Perfect Game box if we can clean out the shop tonight. I don't have a problem with doing that if it gets us there. We can do that. Fold this up. Over here. Boom. And done. So then these are ready to go. All right. Set that right there. All right. So what do we need to do? We can fill some stuff here. Let's pull this out here. What do we need to do? Let's see here. here? 22. It's all quiet on the Western Front. All right. Get a tweet out here. Get the post out. Hey, Mike. All right. Off the wall. Varsho going to be in with a triple. No, sorry, double. Give him second and third. Hey, what's up, Trojan? What's up, Brian Frederick? How are you? Are they pulling him? I'm probably a little behind you here. Doing good. We just did one. We just ripped one break. We're filling another. How are you? You know what? 6 innings, it's fine. Go to the pen. Go to the bullpen. Me too. What's up, Coach? That's all right, Joe. I said he needed to go 6. He went 6 and tried to start 7, so I think it's all right. That's okay. They got what they needed out of him. Now they can let the pen take over the rest of the way. Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're talking as we were ripping. Friday night, Brian. Friday night. Friday night. It should be here on Thursday, so we can do it Friday night. Yep, Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc zebra break style. All right, Mike's got his spots to take us to 17. Brian's in to get us to 15, halfway. Jared's in to get us 14. Ohio State, Penn State. Is that this weekend? Yes, it is. In Columbus, no less. Right. Let's see here. Let me change this. We'll put the teams back up here. There we go. Mr. Bag, what's up? Banda in relief. Okay. Right. Yeah, I need to try to hold on to this. Any single ties this thing down and away. Yeah, we just ripped the one break and working on number 2. All right. Now, part of me thinks Toronto's going to even this up here in short order. Trying to stay away, down and away. Got a feeling we may be looking at a tie ball game here very shortly. Counter for Leif on deck. Oh. Y'all are ahead of me. Brendan, you're ahead of me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're already up 2-1. My apologies. I was looking at the Dodgers score. That's on me. Duh. Extending this, then extending the lead. It's been a good World Series so far. Bryant's grabbing Minnesota in Bowman Chrome football for Friday. I will post up. You know what? I'll do this. I will post up some personals of Bronx Legacy for you guys. For those who want it for Friday. Can't rip it before then. But I will post it if you guys want to. Because I've got it in hand. Base hit. That's going to score at least one. Get this posted up here. Just 31. Find my logo for it here. I'll post Bronx Legacy for you guys a little ahead of time here. For Friday. Do it this way. Watch this. Watch this. There we go. That works for me there. All right. Let's see here. They can really push this lead here. And he's trying to. He is trying to. All right. Welcome back, Amber. Got him! Picked him off. Great play. Great play. Is it clear and convincing, though? That's going to be the ultimate thing here. Is it going to be clear and convincing? That's what's going to be. That's what's going to dictate it. Clear and convincing. It's not the best angle. Yeah, he's in. It looked like that last angle looked like he got it in. Hey, no. Safe. They had the right angle. Yeah. Yep. They had the angle. Good job, Toronto, picking and choosing your spots there. That is a big call. Because then you still have to worry about the runner at third now. He couldn't have got rid of it any faster. Golden opportunity for Toronto to push this lead even further. All right, we're down to 14. We're just under halfway there, guys. We can rip this 3-box mixer. Once again, it'll go into stacks for this week. Ty France pitching. Pinch hitting, I mean. Big swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss. Chopper, and that maybe only one. One, and it looks like they're going to score another one. 4-1. All right, 4-1. Now, do you walk Vlad with the open base? That's the question now. And Bond is out. Yep. Okay. 4-1. We got 14 spots left. Let's do this. We can do it. We can fill this. I believe in us. Like I believe in Joe Hendry. Fair enough. Fair enough, Trojan. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm holding on to my Shoheis for a long time. Holding on to the few I have now for a long time. Is kind of figured. I figured when I bought mine, it was in 21. 21? No, it was 21 or early 22. And people were dumping him, and I was like, give him another year. Let's see how he does. And man, was I right on that. I'm not right on much, but I got that right. I absolutely got that right. You know what? That's a great. That is a great. That is a great question. Who here has seen the Upper Deck statement from the CEO of Upper Deck? Has anybody seen it today? I know you have, Trojan, by bringing it up. All right, so I'm going to read this to you. This was a post from the president of Upper Deck. I'll read it to you. And you know what? I'll put it up here on screen so you guys can see it too. Hold on. His statement is, and I quote, Everything speculative is up right now. Stock market, Bitcoin, trading cards, and it's pricing some collectors out. Here's what the data shows. 50% of consumer spending in the United States is coming from 10% of the population. Rich people are carrying the market, not just in cards, but across every category. Concert tickets, $1,000 for nosebleeds. Luxury goods, selling faster than ever. High-end collectibles moving at record prices. When boxes cost $1,000 or more, you're not buying for fun anymore. You're speculating. You're betting that what you buy today will be worth significantly more tomorrow, and it works until it doesn't. Sports cards have always had speculation built in. You collect a rookie hoping they become a Hall of Famer, but what's happening now is different in scale, and when markets become this speculative, they become fragile. That's off the wall. One run, 5-1. But what's happening now is different in scale, and when markets become this speculative, they become fragile. I'm not saying the sky is falling. I'm saying we need to be honest about what's happening. This isn't sustainable growth driven by collectors who love the hobby. This is wealth concentration driving prices that most people can't participate in. And if that money suddenly moves elsewhere to bet on something else, we will all feel it. What do you guys think? I have some thoughts and feelings about this. What do you guys think about this? Okay. So here's my thoughts on it. I think there is some truth to it, but I also think some of that is I think some of that may be a little off the mark. And I say it as Upper Deck, as Upper Deck is one of the slowest companies in terms of producing cards, for that matter. The nature of the hobby has changed. Yes, there is speculation now. There is a lot of speculation, obviously. We see that with Bowman, things of that nature. But at the same point, it's not a kid's hobby as much anymore. Kids are priced out, and that there is some of that with box prices. We see that in what we do. And I think that there is something to be said for that. But, the hobby is also different in terms of they more than just base cards are collectible now. Game used everything. Autos, relics, auto relics, parallels. I mean, let's look at Shohei's stuff. Shohei's stuff is just going up. Yeah, and then I agree. Like, kids at card shows have more value. I agree. Yeah, I don't. I think sports cards. I think there is speculation in it, but I think the hobby's growing. And I don't think the president of Upper Deck sees that as much because he just deals with the NHL. When you're creating markets out of SpongeBob SquarePants, when you're creating markets out of SpongeBob SquarePants cards, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think diversity is absolutely needed across the hobby. Yeah, and I work at a card shop. I work at an LCS, and I see families and kids coming in all the time, and buying not just blasters and stuff like that, but full-on hobby boxes. Like, there is a segment of collectors that treat it as an investment platform, and I understand that. I kind of ride the middle, I kind of ride the middle with that. Where, I still collect Joey Votto, and even though I know his market is about as high as it's going to get, but I speculate a little bit. Here's my speculation right here. I absolutely speculated on Joe Burrow because I believe he is that a generational quarterback. I think he's every bit as good, if not better, than Patrick Mahomes. That's what I believe. So I speculated in Burrow, and he just happened to be a Cincinnati guy. I speculated because The Rock hasn't signed a card prior to this year in 20 some odd years. But for as much as I do that, I collect for fun. Ultimate Warrior is not a top money card in wrestling. I collect for fun. I actually got this on points. This was a collecting for fun. No, I did not. That's this Trojan. I pulled this out of Chrome. I pulled this for Casada, and then I did a deal with Casada on the side for it. No, it's not the 1-1. It's just the base auto. I collected this for fun. Didn't know that he wasn't going to be with us much longer. But I collected it for fun because SummerSlam 90 is my favorite pay-per-view. So I think that you can ride the fence. My point is, I think you can ride the fence and you can speculate a little bit if you want, but then you can still collect. I mean, I collect wrestling for more fun than I do for speculation. I mean, I collect Gunther, I collect guys that I worked with, I've been in the ring with. People get discouraged when they see the majority of anything rare in all the monster boxes that cost a ton of money. Then you get the Pokemon totality. Yeah, I think, I think there's some validity to that. Having ripped a bunch of Pokemon at the shop, I think there's a lot of validity to that, to be honest with you. But I think there are more markets to collect now. There are more markets to collect now than there were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. you can see the evolution of it. I mean, when you go back and look at like Ichiro's rookie and Albert's rookie in 2001, comparative to where we are now, the hobby is vastly different because we have things like we have game used relics, we have more autos. There's more diversity in terms of what you're chasing after. And I'll give you a good story. When I think that I think it's the collecting base is growing. One, I see it. Not only from the shop, but like even when I talk to wrestlers or talk to people like that are newer collectors because they've seen what's going on. Here's a story for you, and you guys will like this. While we're watching Call at the plate here. About two. Nice. So they probably did a couple of them. Probably did a couple variations. I'll have to look at it, Mike, and see. But here's the story. So about 2 years or so ago, I was working at the shop on a Sunday, and a mom and dad came in with their son after church, and they got a $115 box of Allen and Ginter. Okay? They got a $115 box of Allen and Ginter. And just to have fun, they liked ripping Allen Ginter. Mom didn't know too much about cards. Dad knew a little more. The kid knew more than both of them. But and this box, mind you, had been sitting on the shelf for a couple of months out of a case because I restocked it. I remember restocking it myself. And I do inventory, so I know what we have. The kid ended up pulling a box topper, dual game-used auto relic of Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, Angels uniform, numbered to 10, booklet, as the box topper. Kid went nuts. Dad went nuts. Mom was happy, didn't understand it, and then they asked me like, how much is this worth? Because they don't know, but none of them knew about how to try to find what cards are worth. So I comped it out, and I told them conservatively if I was to buy it, I would offer them. I think it was like $1,300 to $1,500 at that point. And then mom's eyes got wild realizing it. It was a great thing. It was great to see a kid pull something of that nature out of a hobby box. But it is becoming more family oriented, and you have shops out there in the hobby that are very much gearing to the next generation of collector. And you're seeing collectors, kids are taking cards to school and trading cards at lunch. Like, I never saw that as a kid in school. So I think the hobby is expanding. I think the collector base is expanding. And along with that, you have more options to collect with more licenses. Like I'm saying, like, people went nuts for SpongeBob SquarePants. Like, I got a couple boxes of Labubu Chrome last week on the drop on the website. Like, they're licensing everything into trading cards. They're creating a collectibles hobby that is more than just sports cards. Obviously, sports cards is going to be the meat and potatoes of it, but you're seeing it branch out into so many other avenues, and it's creating more collectors. Now, some of those collectors may come into the sports card realm, some may not, but you're creating a larger, more diverse market. And so I think for the Upper Deck guy to say that we're really hitting a bubble, I don't necessarily think we're hitting a bubble. I think the collectorate is expanding. I think it's expanding greatly. It just doesn't have to be sports cards. Sports cards is what most people know for, but it's becoming vastly much more than that now. So, I think box prices need to come to reality a little bit, but I think I'm not the only one that feels that way. But I don't necessarily think we're that dire of a situation. He makes it seem like it's so dire in his statement. I don't know if we're necessarily there. I really don't. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think about what I just said there? I mean, I don't see a reason why we don't have Yellowstone cards, McGee. I really don't. I mean, we're getting Michael Jackson cards coming up here in a month or so. It's a very, you know what, Noah? I think that's a great. I think that's a great. I think that's I think that's a great explanation to go with it. It is a fluid market. More people leave, more people come in. You know, I think it's way more diverse than the president of Upper Deck realizes. Yeah, they're absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. For every action, they're. Well, I mean, here's the thing: is this wouldn't if you look at the hobby comparative to where it was prior to, let's say, 2018. Yeah. So if you look at, I mean, look at where the hobby was in the 90s and into the 2000s, where it was just, it just, I don't want to say rock bottom, but it wasn't like it is now. And the growth in the hobby over the past, let's say, 15 years, give or take. I don't necessarily know if there's going to be an opposite reaction, given the fact that we went from it being real big to then we went to the junk wax era. So maybe this is what we're seeing as the equal and opposite reaction to what we've seen in the past 20 or so years before that. Dude, those Desert Storm cards, some of those have some real legit value to them, Michael. Yeah, I mean, I have stuff. I mean, I have stuff like I have the Andre 82 Wrestling All Stars Series A Andre the Giant. Like I have stuff back into the 80s, and I have stuff from now. I have stuff from the 90s. That set's big money. Michael, you didn't know that? So that's the 91 Desert. That's the 91 Pro Set Desert Storm, right? Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on. Is it Desert Shield or Desert Storm? Storm. Okay, so 91. Hold on. So those boxes, I mean, 91, you can get it for $30 a box. But I mean, the graded one, like if I do PSA 91 Pro Set Desert Storm PSA. So obviously Saddam Hussein's card, a PSA 9 of that did $100. Wow. Okay. PSA 10 of the Saddam Hussein card, $300 on the electronics bay as of August 31st. Norman Schwarzkopf, PSA 10, did 100. Saddam Hussein's is doing 300 all day long. George Bush, PSA 10, $120. Wasn't there a sports version of that, Joe? Or like baseball and stuff like that in it? What was that? What set was that in? Because some of those from that one too are equally as rare, right? Try to figure out what set that was in. I think like a Griffey or something is there. Yeah. So 91 Desert Shield. The 91 Desert Shield Griffey does ridiculous money. Like there's some up there. There's none sold. Yeah, Desert Shield. If I go to eBay, PSA 9 Greg Maddux, $175. Joe Torre autoed, $150. Chipper Jones PSA 8, $1,200 in that 91 Desert Shield set. What's up, Fizzle? Yeah. And then the Griffey one. The Griffey one, PSA 8, $360. PSA 3 did $200. April of this year, PSA 9 did almost $1,400 from that set. Boxes of that Desert Shield set, if you can find them, don't know if they even exist. You're probably looking close to 4 figures. Sold today. There you go, for Mattingly. Yeah, it's big money on those sets. Well, I'm glad we gave you some information there. Glad we gave you some information. All right, guys, we got 14 left in this break. If we can fill this break, we'll call it the night if we can fill this. Can we fill it? Well, Mike, if you're willing to part with a Saddam Hussein, I'll gladly take a Saddam Hussein card. Sure. Sure. Yeah, there's money in those cards. And that's the thing. That kind of goes back to my point, is there's markets to those cards. You know what I mean? And it's just educating people about what, about where there's those markets for that sort of thing. Oh, I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you. Yeah, my new Grail card is that Bowman Pete Rose Retrofractor Auto from last year. If I can ever get one of those one of these days. I don't even know if there's any available on eBay, to be honest with you. Bucks win. Bucks win. Amber, Bucks win. Now, Amber, here's the question for you. Do I try to come up in a few weeks for Bucks Lakers to try to see Giannis and LeBron play in the same game? That's the question. I've been up there, Pfizer, for one game, and I didn't get to see Giannis play. I got to see Thanasis. So do I try to come up for that one game? Yeah, that's the assumption because they're saying mid-November for LeBron, and it's literally mid-November is when that is. It's literally dead set mid-November. It's like November 15th. All right. Can we close this out, this breakout, guys? Can we rip this? We'll make it the last one of the night. If not, this all pushes to Friday. We can close this out. All right, McGee, you doing Vivid? All right. All right, Joe, hold on. Why not? 1 through 5. Hit me with the number. All right, top one it is. 1. All right, let's see what we do here. May the hits be plentiful. I like that. Oh, jumping over. All right, Mookie starting here. Let's do it. All right, here we go. George McIntyre, Destination 2030. 1 of 1. Deuce Knight, Bursting with Talent. 1 of 1. Hey, Arthur. Okay. So first here. John Reese Plumley, Inscription. Thank you. Auto to 100. 81 of 100. It's the first time I've seen an Inscription auto in this set. Michael Hawkins Jr. Silver Lava Auto to 3. 1 of 3. Okay, I like that. I like where we're going here. CJ Bailey, Bursting with Talent. Orange Lava Auto to 4. 1 of 4. Amarian Hampton, Purple Laser. Auto to 7. 1 of 7. There we go for a guy drafted. Farland getting up in the bullpen for Toronto. Byron Brown. Blue Refractor Auto to 10. 4 of 10. What's up, McGarry? How are you? Achilles Smith Jr., Destination 2030. Lava Auto to 8. 5 of 8. Killian Phillip. Silver Lava Auto to 3. 2 of 3. Ollie Gordon. Black Refractor Auto. Ollie Gordon II. 1 of 1. There we go. 1 of 1 auto. Gunnar Stockton. Blue Refractor Auto to 10. 1 of 10. I like this. That's a double play. 1. Got it. And then lastly, Helen Hunt. Entertainment. Green Auto. 1 of 1. Well, we're 2 for 2. We are 2 for 2 tonight on that. Okay, I didn't realize it was going to be that prolific. Deuce Knight 101. George McIntyre, Destination 2030 101. Michael Hawkins Jr. Auto to 3. CJ Bailey Auto to 4. Marion Hampton Auto to 7. Byron Brown Auto to 10. Akili Smith Jr. Auto to 8. Killian Billett Auto to 3. Ollie Gordon II 101 Auto. Gunnar Stockton Auto to 10. John Reese Plumlee Inscription Auto to 100. And a Helen Hunt Entertainment 101 Auto. Well, both of you guys did it tonight. Does anyone want to try this for themselves and see if we have another one? That's wild. That was a good box. That's wild. We pulled 2 101 Entertainment Autos tonight. That was a very good box there, Joe. Can't argue against that. Tomorrow is the release date, Michael Allsworth, but after tonight, my next stream's not till Friday. I have it in hand. I have it already. It came yesterday. Just can't rip it until tomorrow at the earliest. Just can't do it until tomorrow. But I put it up in the shop if anybody wants to pre-order it to rip Friday night, because we've got almost a full case that we're going to start the stream off with for personals on Friday night. So if anybody wants to add to it, please feel free, and we'll add in. What's up, Mike? All right, we'll give it another couple minutes here, see if we can make some more headway on 598. If not, we'll finish it up and we'll rip it on Friday. But yeah, it's been pretty good tonight. 2 big 101 autos. There's a base hit for Vlad. As it looks like we're going to be going back to Toronto. We're going to be going back to Toronto, tied at 2. Or no, yeah, we do have one more. Sorry, yeah, 232. So 5 would be out. Yeah, 232. So then 5 would be tomorrow. Then 5 would be tomorrow. So 5 tomorrow, which means 6 wouldn't be until Saturday. Or no, Friday. Today's Tuesday. Wednesday, and then Friday with the day off. The travel day. All right. All right, guys, it's almost 11 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and call it for tonight, and we'll come back and we'll do all this on Friday. So everything else runs to Friday. We've got Bowman Chrome U on Friday, Bronx Legacy. Congrats, Joe. Congrats, Michael. Congrats, Amber. Congrats, everybody, guys. Fun night tonight. Just kind of talking around while we have the World Series on. Yeah, I think it's like 10 a.m. tomorrow morning is the earliest, unfortunately. Otherwise, you never know. Hit that overnight shift. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Friday. Round and third, heading for home. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. I'll see you on Friday.